Hi guys, this is your girl LishaJoya. We are streaming live on YouTube. Not you now like it was earlier. Oh yes, we are completely streaming live. Right now I am cooking live. So I'm going to show my camera around. Let's see, show you my camera. There we go. I am cooking tempeh, which is a vegan protein source right now. I'm using this brand, this LishaJoya's organic 5-grain tempeh. I used the whole thing. I added some water. There's no oil in it yet, but there's a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of Trader Joe's taco seasoning because it's vegan. It doesn't have no MSG, no chemicals, and it's extremely powerful. So I'm just going to let that simmer. I'm on my second round of adding water. Okay. Now we got to get on with the rest of the veggies. We have lettuce. I got to add some more garlic to this though. I'm going to make the guacamole. Guys, if you guys have a chance to watch me do that. Hopefully you guys can see or maybe not see. And we are reconnecting. Yay! Alright, I got some garlic here. I'm going to go ahead and add it. I already added maybe like a half a teaspoon already. I'm going to add more. I'm not going to use precise measurements because we're just going to grab a little bit and sprinkle a little bit into the pan. And then I'm going to add some more salt because it smells like it needs salt. I try not to add too much salt to my stuff because, you know, you just have to watch how much salt intake we take. So, because we'll do a couple more sprinkles of garlic in here. And we'll get the Trader Joe's stuff. So this is the taco seasoning I'm using. It's a taco seasoning mix from Trader Joe's. It's one of the few ones I found that doesn't have the MSG, doesn't have any of that, so I'm adding a little bit more. I've already added some before, but this stuff is powerful stuff. Okay, I'm cheating. I'm using pre-made tortillas. Let me go ahead and get that in there so you guys can see what I've done. Alright, this is live. The water's evaporated a little bit. Just kind of wanted to get this all situated. The reason why I cook it like for a while is because, you know, I want the flavors to get in there, but I also don't want that chili flavor to get overwhelming into this. This is going to act as the meat. This is going to act like the meat. So it's a full package of tempeh. Started it off with some water, a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic, and a little bit of the Trader Joe's seasoning. I added more water. This is like my third round of adding water, and we're about to add water right now. Doesn't matter if it's hot or cold. And we're just going to eyeball it. We're going to just fill it up until it's completely covered. New mark. Get set. And then we're going to see how it's like this. We're just going to cover it. Oh, perfect amount of water. Hallelujah. Alright. Now we're going to mix this up. Looks like nothing now, but it's going to taste really yummy later. I'm going to reduce the heat down. Going to reduce the heat now because it was on high this entire time. And then put the water thingy away. Putting this back in the drain board so it can kind of, you know, do its thing. And dry maybe a little bit. And see what else we're going to add. Oh yes, I'm going to make the guacamole. And then we have already a head of lettuce already in the refrigerator already. So I'm going to be taking care of that. We're going to have you know, some tacos. I have some, I think I have some vegan cheese in the refrigerator, but I might have to make vegan cheese. Yep. So I bought me a new blender, $10 Walmart special. It is this one right here from Mainstays. This is not like product placement, not being sponsored or anything, but it does the job. Unfortunately, it warms up smoothies, but at least I can blend my smoothies. You know, I can make hummus now. I can make all this fun stuff now. So I even make my own cashew cream from that. So I was thinking about making a nacho cheese sauce with that blender, but I don't think you guys want to hear the a billion times. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll go ahead and get my ingredients ready to make guacamole. And I'm gonna go ahead and take care of El Trasho. I'm gonna put you guys over here so you guys can see what I'm doing, or kind of get a general idea of what I'm doing. Let's see if we can get you guys positioned. I know. Live cooking show on YouTube, Bloopers. It works. You guys are on top of the toaster. Woohoo! We got our avocado here. We're going to use the entire thing because me and my son, we eat a lot of plant-based fats. And we're not afraid of the fats at home. On occasion, we stay away from them, but for the most part, we eat them because you need to have essential fatty acids. So, let's see. In our house, any kind of knife works. Any kind of bowl, too. Now we'll get a good sized bowl. This size should work. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and put the knife in. And you can use a bigger knife, but I have a tendency of using a smaller knife. But it's easier to control, and it's not like you're going to like rock it into your hand because it's smaller. It's easy to control, so you just roll it and then you just meet up the place where you put it together at, and you just twist off, just like so. Now there's a couple ways to get the pit out of avocados, and one way is to do it is you could just spread it apart like so it's easier, so you don't go chop with the typical way with your fingers. Just gently, you know, spread it apart away from the seed. Yeah, you're gonna get your hands dirty, but you're gonna get your hands dirty anyways. So, anyways, pit is out. Since it's going to be a guacamole, we're really not gonna care if we're gonna need to slice it. So we're just gonna take care of cleaning up this mess over here and washing our hands in the process. And then we're gonna take out the avocado. We eat a lot of plant-based fats in our home. We're not afraid of avocado. We're not afraid of cashews, and we're not afraid of other nut-based fats. We're not afraid of that. This is why my skin looks a lot better. I look plumper. I've gained some weight. Hallelujah, you know. That's why I feel better. I mean, if you eat too many fats, you're going to get fat, even if you are vegan. But right now, we're just using good old-fashioned knife over here. If you guys are in the chat, come and say hi. It's not like you now where I could possibly see who's pumping into the chat. But so we got our avocado here. It's very beautiful, nice and ripe. And this is what it looks like in the bowl. So we're just gonna go ahead and mush it up with our fork. I would usually use my hands, but I'm getting sick and tired of always washing my hands every 5 seconds every time I do something. I'm very conscientious about being clean when I cook. So we're making a chunky salsa, but I want to thin it out, so I need you know, some lime. So when you get a lime, you typically roll it against the surface. But in my case, I'm going to show you how another way to do it is you could just squeeze it with your hand. Say, for example, you had a bad day at work and you just want to just, you want to kill something. Well, I don't know, it's anti-vegan to say that. But say, for example, you're really mad, really frustrated, and you need an outlet. This is one of the ways you go, that stupid boss, or that stupid coworker, or that stupid customer, or the project didn't get done, Anyways, that's how you take care of that, okay? Now we just take our good old handy dandy knife. You won't need the entire lime, but you can always adjust the lime. Since limes don't have seeds in them typically, you can just go ahead and squeeze it in, just like so. This also reduces the amount of browning, because when you have avocados, they brown. And it gets that weird, icky flavor mess. And also, this will brighten up the flavor of the avocado. It will also act as a thinner. So it makes your avocado last a lot longer. Also, it also helps to aid when you're adding spices. Helps as the conduit, so to speak. Alright, now we're going to have garlic. So I'm making a simple one. I'm about putting maybe 1/4 teaspoon in. Adjust it as you like, okay? Make it as garlicky or not garlicky as you so want. So I always try to prepare this stuff in advance, but this is an on-the-fly kind of video, everybody. Alright, now we need the salt. I'm not even gonna add pepper to this. We're just gonna do a little bit of salt, and then this is what it looks like. And then we're just gonna mixy, so it's all nice and mixed, everybody. This keeps it bright and colorful. You know, we have a tendency of going for brightly colored foods as part of our palate, and then a little bit of tasty taste. Any more lime, it's gonna need a beer with it. Okay, time to wash. Time to rinse. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge. Let those flavors marinate for at least 15 minutes. And washy. We still got half a lime. We can use that for something else later. But right now, I'd rather just focus on the tempeh. So tempeh is on medium heat right now. So this kind of acts as like a slow cook towards this part. I'll show you guys. Right here on the fly. See, this is what it looks like. See, the water has reduced and it's got that lightly red color. If you want it more spicy, you can always add more of the taco seasoning in with your tempeh. But me and spice, I love spice, but it don't love me. All right. And now what that avocado is going to do is going to cut the spice. And because that avocado is going to cut the spice, it adds a creamy element to kind of cover up the tongue. That's why you don't taste overly salty things when you have avocado, because it creates that film over your tongue. Kind of like a barrier, kind of like how dairy would. But this is not dairy. This is a completely vegan dish. And this is always on the fly. And I'm sorry, but not sorry. I'm going to go ahead and slice up some red onions so it gives like a sweeter element. We're going to slice up this guy or girl, depending on what you want. So, let you guys position properly. I don't have a decent cutting board for some reason, but this is the nature of the beast here. I guess I'm not the only one going to be in the kitchen at the same time. What are you making? But live streaming with Dad. Say hello to the world, Dad.
Hello, world, Dad.
He's such a smart butt. Well, you almost done? Or what's up?
No, this thing's got a big hole in it, and I've got to get them out.
I was gonna use that area so I can go prepare. I was gonna use that area over there so I can prepare. But, oh well, I'll work it over
Be out
here.
here way in a second here.
Okay, 1001 seconds done.
Too bad. Alright.
Okay, we're going to stir this tempeh.
That's my elbow world. And my armpit.
See, we're live streaming. Dad's like camera shy. And I don't care. I'm always trying to get him on camera. It's like my little daughter, like revenge on my father.
Yeah, you're gonna be little daughter.
Well, I need to go over there and cut this thing, that red thing. Sorry, my brain doesn't want to work. It never wants to work anyway, but...
You don't have one. Yeah, crumbs all over me.
All right. So I'm going to do a little bit of a slicing. We're going to prepare the lettuce as well. We're just going to make some simple tacos. Just simple. And that's, you know, the nature of the thing, you know. So I'm going to prepare the lettuce and the onion after Father gets out of the way. But while in the meantime, we're going to doctor up this tempeh.
Get ready to suck, Lord.
Dad. Okay. So it's pretty much reduced down. We don't want it to completely brown. Not yet. I mean, you can brown it if you want, but this is not what I want with my dish here. It says this tempeh is going to act as the quote-unquote ground beef. Now, there's another ingredient I'm going to have to add towards the end, and that's soy sauce. That's what I'm going to give it the brown color, so it looks brown, like meat. It gives it more of a body, but you don't want to add too much because it makes it overall really salty. So you don't want to over salt it. You want to add the flavors, the salty flavors, like in layers. So we're going to grab our Happy Dandy cheapy soy sauce we got at the dollar store, mind you. And when the water reduces down a little bit more, I mean, it's pretty much ready as it is. So we're going to take a little bit of a taste test with my spoon right here. See what the flavors are at. Doesn't need any more salt. Doesn't need any more spice because that soy sauce is going to kick it up a notch. Okay. I'm going to add a bit of water to the pan. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. This is one-handed camera woman live streaming hardcore without editing video. Alright, so I got some water as you can see here. We may or may not add more water as it is. Okay? Now we're going to add this water here. Oh, that was perfect. Then we're going to add a little bit of the soy sauce. So, just enough for it to make it brown. So, maybe like that much. Maybe a couple squirts. And you kind of just like mix it around. See, that's not the color brown I want. But the soy sauce has got sugars in it. So, it would go even browner. So, add a little bit more. Kind of like layer the flavors. And then mix it up. See, that's the kind of like color brown that you want. And then let it keep simmering until it's completely evaporated, but not completely dry. Okay, putting away soy sauce, if there's a word for soy sauce. Salsa de soya, I guess that's what we have to say in Spanish. Salsa de soya. And just let that cook for a while. Don't add any more salt. Don't add anything else like that because you really won't need it. And then after Father finally gets his rear end and moves, we will definitely take care of the onion and the green stuff. See? Bloopers live with Lisha. Bloopers. Okay, so we're going to change knives because this is not going to work. I use a bread knife, everybody, to do the majority of my cutting when I'm cooking. And I do use the reverse of one of these cutting boards because it's originally a cheese board, but it's the biggest cutting board I have. So hopefully we can get you guys see it. So here you guys go. We have this onion here, and we're gonna go ahead and only cut like this much off. See, we're only gonna use like this much because it's only just me and my son. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the outside layer off, just like so. And see how beautiful the color is right over here? And we'll just put it flat so we're not cutting our fingers off. Now you can have the option of cutting this way or cutting this way. But either direction you have to make sure that, you know, you get thin slices because my son does not like onion. But I always try to get him to eat onions so that, you know, he can fight off any bacteria or viruses that are in his stomach. Because these type of bulby things really do help out your tummy. And yes, everybody, yes, I'm using a bread knife. This knife is older than I am. So we're just going to put our handy dandy, you know, onion in a bowl. Okay. See, just like so. You might have to cut more depending on how big your family is. And then we're going to use another bowl to put some lettuce in. You're probably going, hey, that's not going to be enough lettuce. Well, you're having tacos. Okay, this is the lettuce from yesterday that we used for our salad and our burger that we had yesterday. So you always take the outside layer off, just like so. Put it off to the side because it's always like exposed to the refrigerator elements. And then what I like to do is I like to get about here and just cut this and then use this. And then put the rest away onto the side. And then I cut what I need to. Then see, just like so. See, all done, see? So after that, we're going to go and take care and wash up. And then we're going to dry it. And then it'll be usable. But while we're doing that, we're going to check on the tempeh. Yes, I'm in an awkward position while we're redoing my power. I keep accidentally hitting the power, so we're going to check on tempeh. Let's show you guys. Okay, tempeh, the flavors are coming together, and the liquid's still there. So you can increase the heat if you want, but I find the slower the cooking, the better. So yeah, the slower the cooking, the better. So now we're going to go in wire lettuce. Alright. We're not going to see my face. We're going to use a bigger bowl because I realize that's too small of a bowl. So we're going to use a bigger bowl just like so. And we're going to put our lettuce from here to here. And we're just going to, you know, gently rinse our lettuce in cold water. Deep cold water. And then we're just going to gently clean it. Because you want to get all that stuff off. You want to make sure you don't have any of that stuff on there. That's the mess. So I know it looks like an old-fashioned way of doing it, but, you know, we clean our lettuce and then we dry it after we're done. And I'll show you how to take care of that. If you don't have one of those salad spinners like I don't, this is how I do it. Okay, there's going to be quite a bit of water in here. So you try to get as much out of here, the bowl, as you can. Okay, so don't beat yourself up. This is your first time. So we're going to do with paper towels. Or you can do a clean dish towel. I prefer paper towels. And I just got 2 giant ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this and we're going to gently pat like gently like move it around. And then see how the liquid's getting onto the paper towel because it's absorbing. What you try to do is you try working to the bottom as well. So you get that liquid that it usually drips in the bottom of the bowl. You keep moving it around over and over again. Don't worry about your towel because, you know, if you're working with paper towels, it will eventually get soaked, but you can always put it on the side and you work with the brand new dry one. You might need multiple dish towels and just repeat the process so it becomes less wet. You keep moving it around. Okay, this is the part right here. So it looks it's clean, it's relatively dry, and this also helps separate the lettuce so you can spread more of it around. Okay. Now, see that looks pretty, you know, decent and dry now. So now that part is complete. See, no harm, no foul. So this provides us more time. So we made the guacamole, we prepared the onion, we prepared the lettuce. What else do we want to add? Now it's time to add whatever you want, you know, to your tacos. Unfortunately, my last step is the actual tortillas itself, and those go over the flame. I usually put those on a flame. So since I'm about done, let's show you guys. I know I have an old like ghetto stove, but you know, at least it's somewhere to cook my food at, you know. So I'm gonna put the flame on high. After I added that soy sauce, see how I added the soy sauce to the tempeh? How it made it brown. The more it cooks, that flavor goes right into that. So we're trying to imitate meat. We're trying to imitate a beef. Okay, I know it doesn't nowhere look even close. This is my version of a mock meat, okay? But it has protein. It has a lot of protein. In fact, how much protein does this thing have? 13 grams of protein per serving. And my son and I are going to have 1.5 servings of protein. This has 20% of iron per serving, so we're going to have 1.5 times that. So that's 30% of iron right there. So, I mean, we get a lot of protein. My son and I, we get a lot of protein on our vegan diet. Well, he's vegetarian, but I get a lot of protein. And also the avocado has protein in it, you know, so we're getting a lot of essential fatty acids. We're getting the proteins. You know, we're also getting B12 from the actual tempeh itself. So, yeah, I mean, it's just completely wonderful, you know. So we're going to go ahead and clean up so we're not making a big mess in the kitchen. Because it sucks to have to eat and then come back and then, you know, ta-da, you have a mess to clean up. So you're going to watch me clean up. Alright, the rest of the lettuce, boom, in the refrigerator. That was so difficult to do, everybody. Now I'm going to put away our lemon and our onion. Now, I'm a cheater when it comes to stuff, so I use plastic bags. But I take out the air out, so we have our half a lime we can use for something else later. A salad, a dressing, a dessert, anything is possible. Okay? And then we're going to go ahead and find our onion. See, Mr. Onion, we only use this much of it. We didn't use much. And a little onion goes a long way, especially if it's raw. If you don't like raw onions, you can cook them up and sweat them up instead. But it just gives it that element of yumminess, you know. Okie dokie. Now we put that type of stuff away. And again, the spice mix I used was from Trader Joe's. This one is extremely powerful, so if you have an issue with stomach issues, you might want to reduce the amount you use. I made the same mistake when I was experimenting with young jackfruit with this stuff. I added half the pack. Oh, more of that. Now, We're gonna be using these tortilla from Mission. These are the yellow corn tortillas. I like the yellow ones a lot. I like regular ones too, but these ones have a little bit of a different flavor profile. Seems cleaner, a little bit more nuttier. And then these are actually vegan as well. All right. Let's check up on our tempeh here, everybody. This broadcast likes to connect and disconnect. Okay, this tempeh is done. So turn off your flame. Turn off the flame. And then move your tempeh around so it doesn't stick. And just move it around. And then it's done. But I like to make sure that it sits over on the side of the the stove for a little bit to kind of cool down. For a good 5 minutes, because when you're eating something that hot and it goes into your mouth, it's just like burn city. Well, want to meet somebody? What? What, TT? You want to say hi to people on YouTube? You want to say hi? TT. TT. Hey, do you want to say hi? Say hi, people of YouTube. Well, now you don't. What? I'm gonna have to wash my hands now. Yeah, I must do, but oh well, petting you's more important. Yeah. Wanna say hi to people of YouTube? Say hi. Okay, that's better. Does it feel good right there? Alright. The star of YouTube, TT. Okay. Back on me. Now I gotta wash my hands because I touched her. I don't really like when I touch my cat or any animal or any other surface when I'm preparing food. I'm very relentless about washing my hands and keeping, good hygiene. So I'll be up in this mix for a little bit. Sometimes I wash my hands twice, so really adamant about washing my hands. Okay, drying el mano. Lavis las manos. La derecha y la izquierda. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty. So we are going to go ahead and prepare the tortillas. I'm going to prepare them over the flame. So I'm going to put you guys over here while I prepare. You're going to have to deal with it. And I'm going to prepare everything. So we have the guacamole, which I'm going to sit out. And then I'm going to have the tortillas. I'm going to prepare my son's first. And then show you guys, and then end the stream, and then prepare mine. Actually, I was thinking about just giving you guys a taste test, right? No, I'll give you guys a taste test. Alright. When I'm doing tortillas, any kind of tortillas, I like to have a flame and make sure it's relatively high. See, when I do my without any editing, with all the bloopers and all that fun stuff involved. So now I have the flame on. Okay. And I let the flame sit for at least a good 20 or 30 seconds just to get the prongs really warm. Because I find that it creates, a better char on the tortillas. So see, before I'm gonna put it on, and then right when the tortilla starts to fall down, relax and collapse, I turn down the flame so I can pick it up, and I quickly flip it over the prongs, and I turn back up the heat, and I watch for it to do it again, and I turn down the heat, pick it up, and put it in the plate. So we're going to do 6 tortillas. I'm like an old-fashioned Mexican woman because I deal with everything with my hands when it comes to the flames. So we're repeating, that's the first one. This is the before. I don't like them too charred because I don't like to destroy the natural flavor of the corn. I just like that nutty flavor. I just want to draw it out a little bit more by heating it this way over the flame. Okay, there's number 2. I put down the flame, put it on the lower flame, turn up the flame as high as you want, and then wait for it to relax, and then put it back on the flame, and wait for it to relax again, and turn down the heat. I'll show you guys the process with the last tortilla, okay? And I left that one on a little too long. Whoops! I'll eat that one. Okay, the flame's down, the tortilla's on. I turn the flame back on as soon as I put the tortilla on. Then I wait for it to semi-relax a little bit. And I turn down the flame, flip it over, put back up the flame, and wait for it to fall down and relax again. Okay. Up there's the last one. All right. And then here's number 5. So I'm going to turn up the heat after I put it on. Wait for it to fall and relax, as I like to call it, relaxing. Pick it up, flip it over, put back up the flame back up again. Put the flame back down again and go. Now I'm going to show you guys the technique with number 6. Okay. Let's see if I can show you guys the tortilla relax thing as I do. Okay. Okay, let's see. I know my stove is kind of ghetto, okay? Flame's low. Put it up. Turn flame up. See? Flame up. Wait for it to semi-relax a little. Turn down the flame. Flip it over. Turn flame up. Wait for it to relax a little. Done. That's the technique. That is the technique that I use when I'm doing tortillas. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put these guys together, make them nice and pretty. I always get my son's like way better looking than my own. Seems like I do everyone else's stuff better than I do my own. So, 3 for each. 1, 2, y 3 para ti y para él. 3 de los tacos. No ponen las tortillas en su plato, y ponen las cositas de la comida en su taco, es muy simple, So, what I like to do is I like to prepare it like this, where I spread out the tortillas like this, then I fill everything up. I fill it up with as much as possible. You can also make these into rolled tacos if you want it as well. Okay, this is the quote unquote taco meat, and then I'm gonna add the lettuce, the onion, and the guacamole. Alright, this is what they look like when they're done. But I'm going to go ahead and prepare mine so you guys can see me actually doing this live. But this is for my son, so we're getting his nice and pretty. I like doing his stuff pretty. I don't know why. I don't care about mine. I just care about his. So weird like that. And make it look semi-decent. Kind of like street tacos. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Let's see if I can show you guys without shaking. That is the tacos that we're making. Alright, Sarah, come get your food. Here, bon appetit. Thanks. You will need napkins. Okay, now we're preparing mine. So we're going to do the same. ponete de los tortillas en su plato. Una, dos, y tres. You know. Then pone la carne, if you want to call it carne, you know. Alrighty. We're putting it down at our time here. And the reason why we heat up the tortillas because it makes the corn is very brittle otherwise, and somehow with heating, I don't know what it does exactly. Maybe it enables the flexibility in the corn while it's warm. So we're going to prepare mine. We've got all mine semi-prepared, so we're going to do, I'm going to show you guys what the taco looks like. Well, making a big mess everywhere. That's the story of my life, making a mess. But you know, the messier the food, the better the food sometimes, right? So this is how I make everything homemade from scratch from vegan tacos. So if I can get this semi-pretty to show you guys. Maybe I could take a screenshot of this maybe later, or maybe my son's was the one to take a picture of. You know, it's just the bloopers and all type of thing. So washing my hands quickly. Let's show you guys my creation. We're gonna show you. This is mine. And now this is turning into a mukbang. Woo! What do you know? And I have enough to make 3 more tacos. So this can easily feed 3 people. You know, if you had rice and beans and stuff like that, it would feed even more. But we eat quite a bit around here. So it's turning into a mukbang. Sorry, but not. Okay, you ready for me to make a mess? Let's see. We can do this a little bit more because I'm adjusting you. There you go. There we go. Alright, so now we got these. So now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the flavors, okay, when I first bite into it. Alright, I like the lettuce because it's bright. It's the brightness. And I also like the lime inside the guacamole to create that brightness. Ready? Set? Mmm. Mmm. Okay. The nuttiness of the corn tortilla right here, and a little bit of a char. And then you taste the meat, I guess you want to call it the tempeh. You can taste the saltiness and a little bit of that flavor of the taco seasoning, so it's not overpowering, so it's really lovely. It's not overly salty, and you have the freshness of the lettuce in here, and then you got that bright pungent flavor of the raw onion up in here. And you taste that creaminess of the guacamole, you taste the brightness of the lime. Completely accents everything so perfectly. Mmm. 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 I'm in love. I've learned how to make tempeh taste more like my regular meat. Mmm. Mmm. Well, hopefully you guys try this recipe. I'll include the measurements or the approximate measurements inside the description after I'm done eating. Thank you guys for watching this video, and hopefully you try this. Have a good day, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. Mwah! Lisha is going to be out. If I can figure out how to do this.